Hi, today we're going to talk about the properties. First one we have is a commutative property, and we know that this is the property of order. So in the chart that I made, the commutative property is the property of order with respect to addition. So now you're going to have to tell me, is the commutative property with respect to multiplication or addition? So with respect to addition, this is what it looks like. 2 plus 3 equals 3 plus 2. Now, using algebra, remember we can substitute variables here. So a plus b equals b plus a. With respect to multiplication, 2 times 3 equals 3 times 2. So changing the order doesn't change the answer. And in algebra, AB is the same as BA. The associative property is the property of grouping. What that means is 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 2 plus 3 plus 4. My order didn't change. What changed was the way I grouped the numbers. On the left side, I grouped the 2 and the 3. On the right side, I grouped the 3 and the 4. Either way, I'll get the same answer. This will give me 5 plus 4 is 9. This will give me 2 plus 7 is 9. With algebra, it looks like this. A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. A and B are grouped here, but B and C are grouped there. With respect to multiplication, 2 times 3 times 4 equals 2 times 3 times 4. My order didn't change, but the numbers that I grouped together did. And with respect to algebra, ABC equals ABC. On the left side, I've grouped A and B, but on the right side, I've grouped B and C. The next property we have is the identity property. You can think identical. What do you do with addition to get the identical number back? Well, you add 0. 0 is called the identity element. Any number plus 0 gives you that number back. So using algebra, A plus 0 is A. With respect to multiplication, the identity element now is 1. 4 times 1 gives me back the 4. Or A times 1 equals A. The identity element for multiplication is 1. Okay, name each property shown. Look at example 1. 5 times 7 equals 7 times 5. What changed was the order. That's a commutative property of multiplication. You must give me this now. C times 1 equals C. That's the identity property of multiplication. 7 plus A equals A plus 7. Order has changed. That's a commutative property of addition. And 5 times xy equals 5xy. And the xy is grouped here and the 5x is grouped there. That is the associative property of multiplication. So let's try a few. Number 1, 3 plus 6 equals 6 plus 3. That is the commutative property of addition. Number 2, 8 equals 1 times 8. That is the identity property of multiplication. And number 3, 3zm equals 3zm. My order didn't change, but how I group my numbers changed. That is the associative property of multiplication. Okay. Now what we're going to do that's a little bit different is we're going to use the properties together. So take a look at example 2. 81 plus 6 plus 9. Okay, that could give me 81 and 6 is 87 and then add the 9 on. I could think about this a little bit differently, especially when you want to use mental math. What numbers go together better? Well, what I could do here is I could flip this order around. Well, what property allows me to do that? That would be the commutative property of addition. Next, instead of adding these two first, I'm going to add these two first. What allows me to do that? The associative property of addition. Why would I want to do that? Look at my ones place. 1 and 9. They build a 10. So 81 plus 9 is 90 plus 6 is 96. It looks involved, but I just wrote out this step so you could see what allows me to do that. Take a look at example 4. 6 plus 27 plus 14. Well, I want to think about this differently. What did I do? I changed their order. The commutative property with respect to addition allows me to do that. Now, I want to add these because, again, they build a 10. That's the associative property. 6 plus 14 is 20, plus 27 is 47. Look at number 5. 5 plus 12 plus 18 plus 5. Well, I want to change here the order. I am bringing this 5 over there. And now, that's the commutative property. Now I'm going to group them like this. They fit nicely. 5 and 5 is 10. 12 and 18 is 30. And that gives me 40. Those numbers just go together a little bit nicer. Now I can have an integer in there, 19 plus a negative 30 plus 21. Well, think about it like this. And 19 plus 21, that will give me 40. Okay? Plus a negative 30. That's a positive 10. Look at example 3, money. $1.65 plus 85 cents plus 35 cents. Well, what I can do here is I can change these. That's a commutative property of addition. $1.65 and 35 gives me $2 plus, and what did I do? Is I use the associative property. And then finally $2 plus 85 cents is $2.85. Look at example 4, using multiplication. 4 times 9 times 5. Well, change the 4 times 9 to 9 times 4. That's a commutative property of multiplication. Then regroup, instead of 9 times 4, do 4 times 5. That's the associative property of multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20, times 9 is 180. Take a look at example 7, 25 times 3 times 4. Well, flip these around and now regroup. The 25 and the 4 go together well. That's 100 times 3 is 300. Look at number 8. 3 times 1 times 5 times 8. What would I want to do here? Well, actually not too much. I think I just want to group them like this. The identity property tells me that this is going to stay 3 times, and 5 times 8 is 40, and 3 times 40 is 120. Number 9, 2 times negative 8 times 15. Well, I think I would like to use the commutative property. I changed the order of multiplication. Then 2 times 15, I'm going to do those first, and that's going to give me 30 times a negative 8. Positive times a negative is a negative. 30 times 8 is 240. And that's it. Good luck.